I've spent hundreds of hours studying all the tools that billionaires use to slow down their aging. Over the past 18 years, I've battled severe immobility conditions that have rendered me immobile for 5 years, and I had to spend 18 years in active physiotherapy relearning how to walk, and I've turned into an elite entrepreneur athlete. I've helped well over 100 6, 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurs implement these same systems for themselves at my health optimization company, Optimobility. And the reason why billionaires care about longevity or aging is because the exponential rewards curve and the leverage that they have just living life. See, the longer that they live, the longer they can create with the impact of the decisions that are constantly compounding for them. Look at Elon Musk. Started off a little rocky, sold PayPal, and then he did a lot of things to inevitably get to the point where he's dismissed from Tesla, but yet he's reaping all the rewards. And it's going to continue to be that way as long as he's in a state of creation and he's able to be cognizant and aware of the impact that he's having. So his exponential reward curve is obviously higher the longer that he stays alive. And this can simply be boiled down into creation or output. Elon Musk knows that if he lives longer, he's going to be able to create more. And that's ultimately what he's after. See, when I was born immobile, I was unfortunately dealt a hand that was out of my control. Because corruption in Bulgaria was rampant, the best doctors weren't using the practices that were known around the world. And so ignorance and negligence cost me my mobility. And this was not a competitive advantage at all. It sucked. I was dealt a hand that I couldn't control. But ultimately, I was able to overcome a lot of that because I used data, systems, teams, and people to be able to bring my health from that low point to the point where I've completed a sub 4-hour marathon, a 5:04 half Ironman, and a ton of other accolades and events that are completely out of the question for somebody that was born with a condition like me. And so that entire journey from going from immobility to elite entrepreneur athlete has been a steady state of progression by simply being savvy with the inputs that I had to do on a day-to-day basis to create the same, if not better scenario as an average human that could walk, given the same tools, techniques, and people. And so by hiring a chef and cleaner to take care of the things that aren't worth my time, doing a ton of bodily testing, and having a geneticist and a doctor overview the whole thing, I was able to effectively triple, quadruple, and completely scale my output. And there's a lot of ways that we can test our biological age today. We can look at our VO2 max, our visceral fat, and the thousands of data markers that exist inside the body that we are yet to fully understand how they intertwine with one another. There's no science out there that talks about the effects of blood work in relationship to gut testing, in relationship to training. It's all segregated and it's all super granular, but it's not holistic. The body is happening in real time. The gut is working right now. Our lymphatic system is working well right now. We're breathing, our eyesight, the neurons are firing, and it's up to us to decode and understand where those limitations are and how can we put the solutions to those limitations into motion to effectively scale our output. It's not about longevity. That's just a consequence of making sure that the body's flow state and the cycles that it naturally functions in remain uninterrupted. Like we see this a lot with seed oils or eating unhealthy food because that's not the food that we were once eating. By consuming that food and those ingredients, we're effectively disrespecting our fuel system, the inputs required for us to function on a day-to-day basis. And so by being aware of what we have to eat, given where our body's at and our food sensitivities and a ton of other things, we can effectively increase our output, increase our longevity, increase everything that has to do with the body by just giving it what it needs to effectively function. And that's what all these billionaires are after. They're after all the science, all the data, all the tech. Brian Johnson is a data whore. He's after every single piece of data that he can find on the body, and he's studying it, and he's putting it to work. He's taking like 90 supplements a day. But in reality, that's not a system. It's just mass science. We have to be more effective as humans towards understanding the output mechanics that constrain us on a day-to-day basis. Our fuel performance and recovery systems, our sleep, our supplements, our food, our training, our focus, sauna, steam room, all these things that fuel us. We have to be granular and understand how we're using data that is happening in real time in our bodies with those inputs to get the life and to get the longevity that we're honestly after. And it doesn't need to come at a cost. Optimobility sets up these systems for 6, 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurs all over the globe, making sure that they can focus on their business as all this is happening on the back end for them. And the thing is, with just focusing on testing or focusing on one biomarker, we're actually being ignorant to the beauty of what's happening on the background with our lymphatic system, our stomach, our blood work, our performance, our oxidative stress. All these things play a huge role in shaping how we age. So if you can think of somebody that wants these systems built out for them, or you're a qualified prospect, just check out our case studies as well as our website down below for more information.